We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Styles McKenzie helping you make those rooms sing. Today's style tip. When it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild, like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Arr, fierce. This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
You're listening to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio Network.
It's a new year, and I bet you have new ideas or a new plan or new goals for yourself. Well, Wix.com has got you covered when it comes to your website. Years ago, one of my very first websites was built by Wix.com. And even back then, I was like, they make it so easy to build your own website. Because I can tell you this already, I've paid lots of money before to have my website built by other people. Wix makes it easy for you, the everyday person that doesn't really understand how building a website happens. Wix makes it so easy, especially with some of their AI tools. So when I started my podcast and YouTube channel, I didn't know what I was getting myself into at all. Back then, we didn't have AI. It was just me, myself, and I doing every single thing. If I could go back in time, if I was starting my business today, I use Wix. There's so many really cool options that Wix has now available to you. You can create a website your way, whether you want to have AI to jump in or you prefer to do it yourself. Use the AI when you want or how you want. You can customize any detail with the most flexible website editor out there. Rest easy knowing that your Wix site is backed by 99.99 uptime and enterprise-grade security. No add-ons required. Built so that you can own your individuality, create freely, and scale fearlessly. As I mentioned before, they have really cool AI capabilities. Wix is packed with some of the coolest, most useful AI features and agents built specifically for SMB so that you can grow your business without burning out. And that is a powerful statement. Generate unlimited images, website sections, product descriptions, and more. Automate email marketing, SEO tasks, inventory management, and more. Enjoy easy, fuss-free domain registration, web hosting also included. Powered by 280 plus million businesses around the world. They're not new to this. They're true to this. Start delivering AI solutions way before it was cool. Wix has been pioneering in website tech for almost 20 years. Sign up for free at Wix.com. That's Wix.com. Head on over to the description for more details. Shout out to Wix for sponsoring today's special live with a lot of tea that will be spilled. Danielle, how dare you? Danielle's like, is this live or just a live chat? Look. Well, first of all, you already know it's live when I'm late. I'm only late because I'm always trying to make sure, do I have everything? Do I have all the things that I need so I can stay here as long as I can? Is everything working? Is the wire changed? No, it's not. I always forget about that last bit. Guys, welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. I had to make sure I was like, am I live? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. All right. Kendra says, Kempire, I got the black mug and the white and green one, orange one. Oh, okay. Well, we'll start there. Shameless plug. You guys asked for it yesterday, and I'm bringing it to you. You asked for, are you okay merch? Okay, first of all, you can see the t-shirt, Are You Okay? That's available right now. You asked for mugs. You asked for travel mugs. Right now, you can get this at houseofkempire.com. That's H-A-U-S. You know, we're fancy over here. H-A-U-S of Kempire.com. Or if you just go to TheKempire.com and click the shop button, you'll be able to get your merch today. Yes, you got the mug. You get a mug. You get a mug. And you get a mug. And you get a mug. I like the travel mug. I need to order mine. So yes, the Are You Okay merch has expanded. I forgot to do mugs. You asked for mugs. Here you are. You got your mugs. Okay. And all kinds of, let me know if there's other colors that you want on the mugs and we'll try and figure that out. All right. Like if you do want the red writing, like that's on my shirt. Are you okay? All right. Anyway, back to this. Okay. So again, more details on that will be available in the description. Danny said that was quick. Good going. Thanks, Danny. All right. If you haven't already, guys, be sure to like the videos. Easy, free way of supporting not just my channel, but other channels as well. You can also hear this on the Kempire podcast. You can also hear my recap of Members Only, my Members Only Palm Beach. You can check that out on the Club Kempire Apple Podcast subscription. That is a part of the podcast, but that's a paid version on Apple Podcasts. Okay? All right. Not okay, Kempra. Not Kempra. Lord. Guys, all right, there's just so much to get into. As you know, I have a live show coming up, Kempire After Dark, one night only at the Green Room 42. I have a lot of tea I'm going to sit on. I'm going to spill some tea today, though. I spilled some tea yesterday, if you missed it. I spilled some tea yesterday, and if you don't follow me on X, I spilled who the cast was before you heard the cast. We're going to get into the official Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip cast that was announced on Watch What Happens Live last night. But I told you hours before in the day, and I was right. No, Kevin, how dare you? Hold on. Kevin in the chat says, that wire is your Angela Staten. Oh, my God. Y'all remember who Angela Staten is, right? Where's Phaedra? Phaedra had got that man locked up. That man, Kelly's ex-husband, he just got out of jail. He spent, almost 3 weeks in jail. Not The Wire is by Angela Staten. It's taking me down. Well, call me Phaedra because she didn't take Phaedra down. Phaedra's still here on our TV screens. Okay? Still here. Just saying. Okay. Hey, Cat Bravo Rex. What's going on? All right. Shout out to everyone watching from around the country and around the world. Speaking of the Kempire After Dark, a live show, don't forget there is a live stream option. So no matter where we are in the world, or no matter where you are in the world, you'll be able to watch it and keep that live show for 1 week. Details, again, are available in the description. All right. Where do I want to be? Okay, I don't want to get into the tea too soon. Oh, and I heard a little thing. I'm waiting to get some more details on the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion. You know, last year I spilled a whole lot, and that's the reason why Stacey unfollowed me, just for the sake of y'all, so y'all could get the tea. Stacey became mad at me, unfollowed me. She didn't block me, though. She didn't block me. She unfollowed me because I spilled the tea last season about TJ revealing at the reunion that he paid her. That's what happened at the reunion. Why is she mad at me? Why is she mad at me? I just spilled what broke out the reunion. I didn't say it was true. I didn't say if I believed it or not. Well, yeah, I did. I believe it. Why'd you unfollow me, Stacey? I know you still watch, girl. Hey, girl. Anyway, but I heard some more tea in regards to this reunion. But I'm going to get some more tea, and who knows when I'll spill it. Okay? Because I think if they've just filmed the reunion, we should probably get the reunion. The reunion will probably be airing right before the live show in March or right around the live show. I have to do the map out the dates. Hold on, let me look because I need to know now. Now I'm curious. Guys, as I'm doing that, be sure to keep liking the video. It's easy, free way of supporting not just my channel, but other channels as well. Let me see. Hold on. I just want to see something. I want to see something. I want to see when some of these episodes are airing. Hold on. Let me scroll. Let's see. Well, apparently it's supposed to be. Well, no. Well, maybe. Might be, or like right before. So we'll have a lot to talk about when it comes to Potomac come March 13th. And probably Atlanta, because I'm hearing things about Atlanta as well. We'll talk about Atlanta in this one, okay? This Melly Magic says end of February. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, end of February. So right before. So, we'll continue to talk about it. Before we even get into some of the tea that I have or the cast announcement for Real Housewives Ultimate Road Trip, and I already spilled this on socials. It's not a road trip, but we'll get to it. Okay? Celebrity Traders UK. I'm not going to get into the details because I know some of you haven't watched it. You can watch it. Peacock, they're not paying me, but they should. Send me a check or something. Anyway. So, Celebrity Traders UK, that is their version, because their original version, The Traders, is a mix of known folks, but no, it's all regular folks. But I think they had started with some known people mixed in. So now they have their own celebrity one where it's a bunch of singers, actors, presenters, comedians. But even if they're not a comedian, this is probably the funniest Traders that I've ever watched. Because there are comedians there, but just British humor, everyone is funny. It is such a good season. I've loved watching it. I'm not going to give you any details just in case you haven't watched it yet, but it's so funny. Alan Carr is so hilarious. Kat, I remember Kat Burns when she wasn't even signed to a record label yet. She hadn't toured with Ed Sheeran yet. I remember discovering her on TikTok during the pandemic in 2020. She's come so far. Now she's a big time singer in the UK. I remember, Kat, if you ever see this, I remember reaching out to your team early on before you even got your record deal. Let's bring her on the podcast and do an interview. They never got back to me. No, they did reply. Like we were having conversations and the conversations never finished. But here we are. Still love you, Kat. I think immensely talented. And I love seeing Kat play this game on Traders, Celebrity Traders. Okay. It's very good. So if you're looking for something to watch, Celebrity Traders UK, it's just called Celebrity Traders because our version is just called The Traders because they include celebrities. But the US version is doing an all real people's version. And everyone keeps saying, Kempire, you should do it. Y'all, I don't want to do reality television. They're going to make me seem like I'm not nice. It's going to be like, this is our get back. This is our get back. We're going to make him look like a meanie. And I don't know if I would want to be a trader. Like, part of me would want to be a trader, and part of it's like, should I be a trader? I feel like that's a heavy duty. But anyway. All right. Okay. So back to what I was saying. Celebrity Traders UK. You can watch it on Peacock right now. You can watch it from beginning to end. All the episodes are available. Unlike The Traders US, which new episodes will be dropping tonight. I'm going to rewatch the first 3 episodes because they were just so good. Candace has done so many different interviews this past week. She's even talked about Traders on her podcast a little bit. Seems like she goes pretty far. I don't know if she wins. I saw that Portia was on Watch What Happens Live last night, looking beautiful than ever. Look at it. Look how beautiful the industry plant looks like. What? Who said that? What? This is why you're blocked, Kempire. Shut up. Anyway, she looks gorgeous. And I would have liked to see more of Portia on Traders. I would like to see more. I would have liked to see more of her. And she seems to be really upset. She even said on Watch What Happens Live that she was probably more bitter about getting kicked off that early than she was about her divorce. Okay. Millie says Regulars UK Traders is good too. I watch that too. I love the UK. I love UK television though. When I'm in the UK, I know I'm supposed to be out and about enjoying the UK, but I much rather sit in my hotel and watch British television. It's so good. It's so good. D. Nicole says, Camp, please. We're going to talk about it, all right? We're going to talk about the things, and she's going to keep me blocked. She's going to unblock me, then block me again for a 3rd time. Portia, I would live for that. Do it. Do it. Do it. Toya, you know what, Toya? Someone hem Toya up. Toya says, is this pre-recorded? Someone hem Toya up. I think she did that on purpose. She's trying to get me razzled. Bravo Rex says she doesn't want to pay for Peacock. Honestly, Bravo Rex, at this particular point, if you love just NBC stuff, it's almost impossible not to get involved. I remember when they first launched Peacock, people were like, I'm not doing that. But now, like, there's so much content on there. I don't blame you. New Zealand Traders, I haven't watched that one. That's the only one I haven't watched. And it's not because I don't like it. I think I was just sort of Traders out when it came available. But that is available on Peacock. I might have to watch that. I love the Australian one. I heard the Australian one wasn't coming back, but then I heard something different recently. So who knows? T says Toya's trolling you. I know. Playing with me. Playing with me. Amanda Tasha? Wait. Amatasha. There we go. Natasha says, it's live, baby. Yes. Right. Oh my gosh. Okay, before we get into the stuff, Did you guys see Verizon was down yesterday? For hours. It was all day. So if you try to call me, you weren't able to get through unless you were calling over like the FaceTime or iMessage. Yeah, Verizon. And they still haven't told us what happened. There's an Ireland Traders? Is that on Peacock? Because I haven't seen it. Wow. I haven't seen the Canada Traders either. I don't think that's on Peacock. Yeah, Verizon. And they're giving everybody $20 credit. You know what? No, the Queen says T-Mobile would never. That's because every day you guys are down. That's because every day you guys are down. ARW, there we go. Says now leave T-Mobile. No, you guys are down every other day. Like I bet if you call right now, you'll be down. Okay? All right. It's all right. Anyway, focus. Okay. So Celebrity Traders, you can watch that now on UK. The Traders US, there will be new episodes that will be dropping this evening on Peacock. They're not paying me, but they should. Let them know. Someone says, that little $20, Miss Parker. I know. You know what? JB Babe says T-Mobile was all good, though. I mean, I don't know. I don't really have a lot of friends with T-Mobile, so I don't know. Okay. Oh, thank you, Amma. Amma says first name is Amma. All right. Joke Playhouse says, not too much on T-Mobile. I love free T-Mobile Tuesday. Apparently, there's so much that you guys get with T-Mobile, including bad service. So enjoy. I'm joking. Please understand. I'm not being an elitist. I'm joking. It's just a running joke here on the channel. So if you're new here, you're immediately offended. Why are you talking about T-Mobile like this? Trash Mobile has a place in my heart. Huh? What? Okay. Let's move on. Danielle says that part every day. Oh, Penny says, my T-Mobile has never been down. Lucky me. Have you ever tried calling into the show? Play it. Okay, let's focus. Let's lay off of T-Mobile. Okay, now that Verizon's back up after hours of being down. What happened, T-Mobile? They won't tell us. What happened? Were they infiltrated? Okay, I don't know. Okay. All right, let's move on from there. What else did I want to talk about? What else is going on? Y'all, I watched yesterday. I watched The Valley Persian Style, and we have a season. I watched it yesterday. I'm not going to talk about it today. A new episode comes out tonight, right? So we have our recap tomorrow for Beverly Hills, and I'll be talking about some other stuff, okay? And then I will talk about The Valley Persian Style tomorrow. Okay? Someone says they were probably hacked. Probably. Hold on, y'all. Let me ban Burrito Brawler on Twitch. Not us getting trolls on Twitch. Who would have thought? Do I have any mods on Twitch? I just banned them. It's all right. All right. Just Mia says, I like The Valley Persian Style. I like it too. I will talk more about it tomorrow. I'm not going to get into it here, but I enjoyed it. From beginning to end, I got emotional. Not about Reza Reza J though. Reza J. I'm asking. How you doing? Maybe he doesn't know yet? Oh, I don't. Just saying. Okay. All right, Nia, we see each other, Nia. We see each other. Because I was like, he's not. Oh. No judgments. We'll talk more about it tomorrow. But we liked Shaw's, though. We used to recap Shaw's. If you missed it, we've recapped Shaw's here on the channel. So if you missed our recaps before they decided to end the show, I don't know why they decided to end the show. Reza, okay, I'll talk about it tomorrow. I'm not going to get into it now. Because if I get into it now, we'll be on it all day. I want to get into the tea. So, yesterday, okay, wait. Before we even get into that, let me talk about Real Housewives of Potomac briefly. You may have seen some of the sneak peeks that are coming for this week's episode of Real Housewives of Potomac. now it seems as if Monique is going to talk with talk with Angel about some of the things that she was saying to Jazzy when it comes to the concerns and the red flags that she sees in Angel. Why can't I remember your name, Angel, today? What is going on? Oh, Angel. Not good, Angel. I keep forgetting your name. Well, I'm going to play the audio for you, and I'm playing this under fair use. We're going to have to stop and go because you know how they can be. But I want to play the audio for you guys so that you can weigh in and share your thoughts as well. Because I thought this was interesting. I have thoughts. I have plenty of thoughts when it comes to what Monique is doing. Of course, I shared some of those thoughts, but I have additional thoughts. Hold on. Let me find the clip. Here it is. Hold on, y'all.
Basically, I noticed certain similarities between you and I. And my concern was like, I
have to show you Angel's face. Angel's face is sort of like this with her mouth a little ajar, like what are you about to say?
I want you to get to a point where you explode. Oh. But sometimes when
Angel says, "Oh."
You are doing so much, and even if your partner is contributing, sometimes it's still not enough. And then when you get in girl circles, you're hard, you're defensive, you're ready to attack or ready to defend because of what you're already experiencing in the house that they may not be privy to if you've not been vulnerable in that way.
Isn't that a lot of assumption? This is a lot. Remember, Monique came in late into the season. She hasn't even had probably like a one-on-one with Monique. I feel like this is a huge assumption to make. And to do this in front of women that have interfered with other marriages, specifically yours. Let me continue.
I know what it took for me to get to that moment of awakening, and I don't want to see you in that position.
Oh, so
you know
you're wondering if that's also my lived experience. Okay, it's not.
She shut that down real quick. So you're wondering if that is also my lived experience. She said that is not.
I think
Monique was shut up. She was just shaking her head. Okay.
Monique doesn't know anything about my marriage. My husband pampers me to the nth degree. This is not a depleted woman that you see here. This is a fulfilled woman full of abundance and happiness.
This was awkward. Production, you knew what you were doing because, normally they would move from the confessional right back to the scene. It was an awkward pause at the end.
Last night, me saying, I'm just going to check in with him, it's just a respect thing.
And what is wrong with a wife checking in with her husband or vice versa? I don't get this at all. And do I see little things in Angel's relationship that might make me go, that gives me pause? A little bit. But I honestly, some of that pause is because of what they're saying. That's the only reason why I'm getting a little pause. And I'm not saying that there couldn't be signs there. But Monique, for you of all people, when they interfered with your marriage, and yes, your marriage has fallen apart, for you to do this and speculate with these other women and then try to bring it up in front of the group instead of confronting her one-on-one, I've lost all respect for Monique, but I already told you about Monique. Monique likes to give you one version of herself, but her actions always show you another.
They're his children, right?
Right.
And they're my children,
right.
But I still use the verb watch.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Which I told you, that was concerning for me too. And quite frankly,
why is that concerning?
it was concerning because of the prior conversation where Monique shared her experience, and she was wondering if the correlation could be what she also went through. As a wag myself, there are
not as a wag myself. I like Jazzy though, y'all. Please understand, I do like Jazzy, but not you. You've been a wag a hot 2 seconds, Jazzy. As a wag myself, girl.
wags that have kind of lost who they are in the idea of becoming a wife. I think that Angel is one of those ones who's trying to find her footing while getting out of the wife, mom, that's my world energy.
So that was the preview for this week's episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac. Monique, girl, You are just as bad as them. Of all, and that's the thing. Could she really be seeing things and want and have real concern for Angel? She could. She could see things that we don't see because we have never lived that experience. However, I feel like based off your experience on this show and understanding of reality television, and if you really wish the best for her, you would have had a side combo. Even if you did that side combo on camera. Girl, you're doing this for the cameras? Okay. But okay. Moving on from that. So, as you know, last week they filmed the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion. And they announced that Karen Huger is going to be a part, right? They also said that Wendy Osefo would be there as well, sitting right next to Andy Cohen. It's her second, technically third time sitting next to Andy Cohen. You remember the last reunion? That's because Mia left. Because Mia left. So Wendy ended up sitting next to Andy. All right? Anyway, so Wendy, I heard through the grapevine, y'all, it was a very emotional reunion for Wendy. I heard Wendy was boo-hooing. And remember, I'm hearing this before they've made a final edit. For all we know, they could edit a lot of it out. But from what I've heard, homegirl was bawling. She was very emotional at this reunion. I heard a little bit more, but I'm waiting. Because the things that I heard, I was like, wait a minute. And doesn't Wendy have a court date coming up this month? So, look. So, Coco says snot-faced ball, and that's what I heard. Well, they didn't describe it that way. However, I was like, wait, huh? And look, and she could be crying for a whole assortment of reasons. My sources told me some of what played out, and I'm like, that's interesting, and I'm being very careful with my words just because this involves a criminal trial, and I want to be sensitive to whatever might be playing out on that side of things. But I was like, oh, is she showing the remorse that we had wished Karen had showed before taking a plea deal? I don't know. But buckle up. Buttercup. Not buckle up, Buttercup. The 3 Buckhead says, come on, give us one. No, I have to be sensitive with this, y'all. And I'm going to find out more. Sierra says, I need more. Well, that's all you're going to get today. I'm going to get more, though. So that's what I heard, that Wendy has a very emotional reunion, that she is boo-hooing in this reunion. I heard some more stuff, but I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. Not yet. So stay tuned and make sure that you're following, you're subscribed, and your notifications are on, because when we have breaking news, we're going to be live here. And if you missed it, the last 2 times that Wendy had a court hearing, we had Taria Faison from the What Else Is Going On podcast here. She was our in-courtroom correspondent, so stay tuned for more reports from her, and make sure you're following her YouTube channel as well, and podcast, okay? What Else Is Going On podcast, We Go podcast here on YouTube. All right, stay tuned for that. So apparently, I'll just remind you, for those that wanted to know a little bit about what I heard about this reunion, I'm going to find out more, though. I'm going to find out. I mean, I know more, but I got to verify stuff. And that's the thing. Some of y'all, I'm not itching to have exclusives. Sometimes this information falls in my lap. Sometimes too much information falls in my lap. And I'm like, wait a minute. Okay? Keisha says, Kempire, you wrong for the tease. Spill it. No. Here's the thing. You guys want me to spill stuff when legally it could jeopardize my platform. I'm not doing that. Okay? Just keep that in mind. I'm not doing that. And like I said to you before, it makes me, based on what I've heard, it's interesting to see this emotion at the reunion. Rahina says, can you tell the Kempire baddies? We'll see, Kempire baddies. I have a lot to tell you anyway in regards to other stuff that I found out. Lots of other stuff to talk about. Okay? But stay tuned. Stay tuned. So apparently Wendy has this very emotional moment, lots of tears at the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion. Again, this is before, because some of y'all get mad when certain things don't end up on the show after we spill it before they've actually finished the edit. Just keep that in mind. Exactly. T says, yes, protect you, Kemp. Yeah, come on. Because the minute I get a lawsuit, y'all gonna be like, what happened to Kempire's channel? Teresa said, Kempire said, we ain't messing up his coins. No. But come to the Kempire After Dark live show. We can kiki like one-on-one. Okay. Rahina says, yay, also coming to your show, of course. Of course, Rahina. Rahina's always there. Rahina, who you bring, your girlfriends or you bring the husband? The husband came to not the last show, but the previous show. And he was a part of the show. He's like, I'm never coming back to that. Leonora says, who's watching? Hey, Leonora. Beautiful photo, Leonora. Leonora is watching on Facebook. She says, I want to be a Kempire baddie. Club Kempire baddies are our Apple Podcast subscription. You pay for that. There's a free trial right now of 3 days. So you can check that out on the Apple Podcast app or via their website if you don't have a Apple device. T says, I would donate to the legal fund. We don't need the legal fund, okay? Let's not even put that out there. We do not need the legal fund. But, again, just for those that are just joining us, what I've heard in regards to Wendy Osefo, I heard that she was very emotional, crying a lot at this reunion. I'm waiting to get more details in regards to some of what played out in regards to that. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Mimi, no, we haven't discussed yet Nene leaks because I have a lot to say about Nene leaks, but that's a perfect segue. So yesterday we did a video and we gave you the exclusive that we had heard that Nene leaks had not been offered a full-time position on the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, despite multiple rumors that she was returning. We didn't know in what capacity. TMZ came out and said that she would be part-time and not full-time. We didn't know what that meant. Then I got details from very good sources, that she was never even offered a full-time offering. So remember, we speculated. I was like, is it because of Brent? She didn't want to travel and things like that. Or was it because the money wasn't right? I heard none of that. I did not hear that she didn't want to do it because of Brent's health. I didn't hear in regards to the money not being right. They never offered it to her. I'm going to spill a little tea now in this exclusive. And for those that will take this information and run with it, cite your source or be damned. Well, she already announced this too. She's already filmed. Nene has already filmed her sort of welcome back. Before we get to that, I'm going to show you what Nene said yesterday, confirming her return to the Real Housewives franchise.
Hey, you guys. Okay. It's your girl.
I have to say this, though. Nene, I love that you're back. I just want to preface this by saying I love that you're back. What is going... I was so distracted by the filter that she had on in this video. I was like, Nene, you're a beautiful woman. And you remember the jokes that they were making about Nene using the filters. Nene, the filter was filtering on the lips, the eyes, the cheekbones. I was just like, Nene, what's going on? I think Nene has a little thing about her. And it's probably because so many people comment on her looks from being on reality television for so long. But I was so distracted by the filter, Nene. I was so distracted. I like the bob, though. The bob is bobbing.
Leaks. Okay, so where do I start? This has been a really long, long journey. And gosh, I'm happy, overjoyed to say that I will be returning to Bravo. I almost can't even believe the words that are coming out of my mouth. I'm so happy.
Are you? I don't know about you guys. Because like I said, I found out that she wasn't offered a full-time position on there. But after watching the video, literally I was editing my video when I saw that she dropped this video. This felt like if the emotion that I felt from this was, yes, she's happy to be back. And of course, since Andy confirmed earlier in the day that she was returning, I was sort of like, Nene, blink twice if you need help. It was giving like she knows what she needs to do. She's going to play the game. She's going to play the game. I don't blame her because you may recall early on when she was accusing the production and Andy and all these people of being discriminatory. She has said that since she had that beef with them, so many doors have been closed to her. So I get it. Maybe she feels like if she comes back, those doors will now be open for her. She's playing the game.
I'm just so happy. First, I have to thank a lot of people here. I want to thank Francis Burke, Andy Cohen, so many executives behind the scenes who have worked to make this happen. So many people that have continued to throw my name in the ring over and over again. Thank you to everybody over at Bravo. Thank you to all the people over at Truly Original. Thank you to Shed Media. Thank you to the producers on the ground who are calling and texting me and wanting this to be an amazing thing. I'm so happy to do it. I'm so happy to do it for you guys.
I have heard that. I have heard from sources that her appearing is also motivated by knowing that the fans want to see her back. And I have to respect that too. It's not just about her career. It's also because you guys are constantly saying, we want Nene back. We want Nene back.
Thank you, Darren Ward, for talking me through everything when we talked a few weeks ago and cried on the phone. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I have to thank some of the housewives that I know that have continuously.
This is really interesting. And this is where I believe Nene is playing the game in regards to the people that she thanks.
Kept my name, being said behind the scenes. Portia Williams. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Now, hold on. Wait a minute, Nene. The last time that Nene was talking about Portia, the last time she was talking about Portia, you remember what it was. Remember they were supposed to both do the Upshaws together? Cynthia Bailey ended up replacing Portia. Portia literally left the set and reportedly said that she couldn't work with Nene. And Nene came and blasted her on social media. That was the last beef between Portia and Nene. And then Nene was hanging out with Simon Guobadia. Remember that? So I have more details in regards to this, but let me keep going.
I feel about you. You're my little sister. Thank you. I appreciate everything. Phaedra Parks. Thank you so much, Phaedra, for...
It feels like in this moment, because Phaedra and Portia are now back at the network, it's almost like she has to kiss the rings. She has to kiss the rings of all the people. Andy Cohen, the executives, Portia. Because look, you saw Portia is going to be on Ultimate Girls Trip as a full-time cast member. She's supposed to be the lead when it comes to Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's supposed to carry Atlanta these last couple of seasons. She's going to be on Love Hotel. She's on Traitors. Y'all talk about Doechii being the industry plant, but Doechii actually has a talent. I mean, damn, Kempire. I'm just saying, pay attention. Pay attention to who pushed. Nene has said this before. Remember when Portia announced that she was dating Simon Guobadia and how it was pushed out? It was Nene who said, all of that is by design. All of that where you see this relationship on all these different media outlets and it's pushed the way that it's pushed. She knows. She's telling on herself because she knows that this is how it works behind the scenes. She's been there since the early days. When y'all talk about industry plants,
keeping my name going, and all of you guys and all of you ladies who constantly say my name and keep my name out in the ring, I appreciate you guys so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
So much. I'm really grateful for it. I'm just doggone excited to do this. I'm excited to...
Pause. Nia says, Kempire, stay showing us why he's... Well, here's the thing. I shouldn't be blocked. It's not like I'm over on Portia's page saying this stuff to her. It's not like we're tagging Portia. Portia be over here in my business. Portia be over here in my peach juice. All right? Cece says, Kempire, is Giselle a plant too? Because but for the life of me, she's not entertaining at all. At least Portia may give us a laugh or two. You're right. She's probably more of an industry plant than Portia. But I say industry plant facetiously a little bit. It's more so the network has their favorites. The network clearly has their favorites, and this moment really shows me exactly why they have their favorites. I agree, Lauren. I love the new song with her and SZA. Lauren says, Doechii hate is so weird and unwarranted to me. The only thing I didn't like was what went down at the Met Gala, but other than that, I really appreciate her art, her hard work into her art. But when you talk about industry plants, you can't be talking about Doechii. You got to talk about some of these real ones with no talent. Ariana says, I hate this filter she used. I know. That was so distracting, Nene. But look, people have their things. People have their insecurities about themselves. We just got to, let that go. Okay, but let's take a look at this last part.
All of you girls, it's going to be a time. It's going to be a time.
Why did it feel like she had to edit that last part? Like she had to show more excitement. Did her man say, Naomi say, you got to show a little bit more excitement?
It's going to be a time. Yes, bitches, I am back. Okay, now pick your faces up off the floor. See you on Bravo. Love you.
Look, I'm happy for her. I get it. You have to play the game sometimes in this industry. I don't like playing the game. You may have seen a tweet I posted. I said this industry, and I'm not even just talking about the Nene of it all. It's really just, I've seen so much, especially recently. But I've seen a lot over the years, and in regards to what the fans think of certain people, they think these certain people are lovely people. They're nice, and they're like nightmares behind the scenes. And I'm not saying that about Nene. I'm not saying that about anyone we're specifically talking about here specifically. It's just the industry in general. I've seen it so many times. This is the amount of smoke and mirrors that are put out there, and then the people are like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, "Oh my god, I love you. Welcome back." Mm-hmm. So one of the other details that I didn't mention in yesterday's video in regards to our exclusive was the fact that Nene had already filmed a scene. Some people were wondering who she filmed with. Well, I'm going to play what she said in regards to filming, and then I'll tell you who she filmed with.
I don't know if I can say this or not.
Pause. I do want to say thank you to our friends over at Live Bites and our friends over at No Chaser TV. If you're not following them, be sure to follow them. I love the fact this is like a partnership with all of us. I can't watch everything. I can't get the clips of everything. So shout out to the Instagram accounts and the bloggers that get the clips and things like that. Makes it so much easy for presenters like myself to get into. So make sure you follow them and support them.
I mean, when does filming start?
Is that Naomi in the back? They've had an on-again, off-again relationship for years now.
Already to just give you like an inside something. I hope they don't kill me and pull my wig off. I've already filmed one little scene. But the rest of the scenes were happening later this month. And I can't tell you the date, but later this month. But yeah, I've already done like a... welcome back kind of scene. And
so I'll tell you who she filmed with. I saw some people speculating, was it this one or was it that one? It was Portia. It was Portia. I completely forgot to mention that in our exclusive yesterday, that I already knew that she had filmed a scene and she had filmed it with Portia. Okay, so she's already filmed. You remember what Andy said yesterday, that she would be making an appearance on the show. She's not going to be full-time. They've announced the full-time cast. I'll show you who the full-time cast is for those that may have missed it. This is the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip cast. Andy announced Portia first yesterday on Watch What Happens Live. She was on there. Okay. She was the first one announced, but everyone else are OGs. Y'all notice that? Everyone else here are OGs. And a lot of people are calling out Bravo for not including Miami in regards to the cast. I have information in regards to that. They will be going to Miami, though, and there will be a party happening in Miami. Okay? So I believe Alexia might be hosting it. I can't recall. I can't remember everything, y'all. But they will be going to Miami, according to my sources. Okay? But people were upset that they didn't include Miami, especially because Miami is older than Salt Lake City. But we have to remember, Salt Lake City is sort of like the baby. Like, they love Salt Lake City right now. They put everything behind Salt Lake City. So the cast includes, let me just remind you who the cast includes. The cast includes Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star Lisa Barlow, okay? Luann, I got to keep my voice deep. Luann, Real Housewives of New York. Portia, the industry plant. Vinky Gumbelson, the OG of OGs. Kyle Richards. Boo! Okay? Everyone drop the tomatoes for Kyle. Just drop the tomatoes in the chat. And for the people watching the replay, just drop the tomatoes in the chat for Kyle. Okay? Lord. So Kyle will be there. Here's my problem with this cast. Portia's not an OG. Kyle, we're already sick of Kyle. Giselle, we're sick of Giselle. We've seen Giselle already countless times. She was on Love Hotel. She's currently on the season of Potomac. We're sick of some of these people. I give grace to Teresa because Teresa's show has been off the air for a while now. So we have Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Kyle Richards, tomatoes. Then we have Teresa from Real Housewives of New Jersey. Not surprised at that. And then we have Giselle. More tomatoes. More tomatoes. So that's the official cast. And then this is why I say Portia's sort of an industry plant. You saw, if you watch What Happens Live last night, me calling her the industry plant will probably sink in your brain even more, just based off on the things that she was saying and doing on the show. They're giving her all the opportunities. She's trying to make us believe that this new season of Atlanta is going to be so damn good. I'm not sure. And maybe it will be. But just pay attention to that. Isn't she the one that said that it's going to be better than Salt Lake City? Okay, girl. All right. So this is the cast of Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, Ultimate Road Trip. I heard that it's not a road trip. They'll be taking flights. Okay. So especially, it doesn't make sense. There's no way they can go cross country in a matter of a couple of weeks of filming. And I believe, again, cite your source. I believe this will come out in the fall, just based off of the information that I've gotten. I believe this will be coming out in the fall, just based off of what I believe will be playing out during the season. Okay? Someone put tomato cans. Yes, the tomato cans too. So I believe this will be coming out in the fall. I'm thinking not spring, summer, but September. Somewhere around there. That's what I'm thinking. Okay? Reality with Kristen says, hey, Reality with Kristen, beautiful photo. Says, oh, Kempire, this Wendy tea is hot. And I even give you half. Luckily, I am very, conscious of, things. I didn't even give you half of it. I'm going to get more, though. Stay tuned. Make sure you guys are following. So this is the cast, okay? Let's get back into what Nene was saying in regards to... So she filmed... Let's go back for those that may have missed it. So she did film a scene already, sort of like a welcome back scene. And I'm exclusively telling you she filmed that with Portia.
We are...
Hold on.
When does filming start? I've already, to just give you like an inside something, I hope they don't kill me and pull my wig off. I've already filmed one little scene. But the rest of the scenes were happening later this month, and I can't tell you the date, but later this month. But yeah, I've already done like a welcome back kind of scene. And it was really cool. So, yeah, I've already filmed. And I filmed with... okay.
Pause. I'm sorry. I have to go back to this cast. Of all the people that they could have... There's so many OGs they could have considered. Including Sheree, who was just at BravoCon. So why wasn't Sheree considered? You know Sheree somewhere mad. Sheree, did they offer it to you and you asked for too much money? You know these networks are always going to try and lowball you. Did they offer it to Sheree and Sheree's like, they couldn't afford me? Someone go ask Sheree. Someone go pull up to the Whole Foods. Paparazzi that she'll pay. Okay? Yeah. And for those that keep asking about Kenya, I keep telling you, they're in the middle of litigation with Britt Eady. They cannot bring Kenya back just yet. So you will not see Kenya be a part of anything NBC Universal related. But will you see Kenya soon? Okay. Kempire After Dark, one night only. New York City, March 13th. Tickets are available right now. Get your flights. Come on, because some of the stuff that I say on stage, that's exclusive. The live stream tickets available for that. But the things I say in the meet and greet or before or after the show, the tea spills over. Okay. Anyway, ticket information is available in the description. So, yeah, why not Sheree? Can someone go pull up to the parking lot and ask Sheree? Just asking. Because of all the people that they could have considered, I know they're not going to call Deshaun Snow. Sorry. And not even Lisa Wu. They haven't even brought Lisa Wu back. They brought Sheree back so many times. But yeah.
Y'all just have to guess who I am with. I can't tell
It's
you.
Portia.
I can't tell nothing, actually. You ever prepare? I just saw Kim Zolciak. Kim Zolciak and her guy and me and my guy. We all were just at St. Regis Hotel hanging out in Atlanta.
I wonder if we'll see Kim. I haven't heard anything in regards to whether Kim is back in a good relationship with the network. So, and also I understand why they haven't asked Candy to be maybe if Candy wasn't working, but she's never not working. I think maybe they would have considered Candy as well, but Candy's on Broadway. She can't do it.
And so, yeah, Kim and I always, we text and DM if we...
Lene View says, wait, Kim got a new man? Yes, you didn't see the video I did a few weeks ago about Kim's man's soon-to-be ex-wife suing, having her, trying to have her come in and do a deposition? Yeah, she dating a very rich man, too, apparently.
But we literally just saw each other like 2 weeks ago. So, yeah, it was good seeing her. She looked great, by the way. The girls are coming now. For all the girls who were thinking they weren't going to do the Ultimate Girls trip, once they seen the video on my page, all of them was doing the Ultimate Girls. They were like, yeah. Everybody is signing their contracts now. Everyone.
Sidebar, for those that didn't know, there will be approximately, Andy said 60 or so housewives. I heard something closer to 70 housewives will be making appearances during this Real Housewives Ultimate Girls trip. For those that are just joining us, this is the cast of ladies that will be: Lisa Barlow, Countess Luann, Portia Williams, who's not an OG, Vicky Gumbelson, Kyle Richards, Teresa Giudice, and Giselle Bryant, who's also probably another industry plant.
They are not going to let me be on there, and they don't be on there. They are signing them contracts. When they saw that, they were like, girl, Nene is on the Ultimate Girls trip. Let's sign our contract. We cannot let us.
I believe that because now they know that people, and this is what I said yesterday in my video, the exclusive that we did yesterday, that I feel like Bravo is using Nene's name and image. And this announcement garnered, first of all, she was trending on X yesterday. She probably still is trending. She garners attention. This would be a big return. I already told you guys, the day she sits down for a one-on-one with Andy Cohen to Watch What Happens Live, it's going to be the biggest ratings they've ever got. The moment she returns in a full-time capacity on any Bravo show, it's going to get a lot of views. I'm also a little surprised that they wouldn't put her full-time or even offer her full-time because they offered her full-time on The Traitors. Yes, that's not Bravo, but it's still under NBCU. So I'm a little shocked. And again, it's not because she didn't want it. It's not because the money wasn't right. It's not because that she didn't want to do the traveling. Word on the street, I heard that she was down.
They got them contracts signed, baby. Tell that. Yes, I've talked to Phaedra. I've talked to Sheree. I've talked to Cynthia. I've talked to Portia. I'm talking about just in the last couple days. I've talked to all of them. Obviously, I've gotten text messages and calls from tons of people.
Okay, shout out to our friends over at No Chaser TV and go follow them. So, let's talk about what was being said on social media in regards to this. If you're just joining us, guys, don't forget to like the video. If you're listening to this, don't forget to give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. We're talking about some exclusive tea, including some of what we discovered that happened at the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion, what happened with Nene and her return to Bravo in such a big way. Everyone was talking about this yesterday, and everyone under her video were sending her beautiful comments, including Cynthia Bailey. Cynthia says, the door is back open. Welcome back. Dance emoji. Nene responds and says, yes, Bailey, I'm in tears, girl. And I believe that she is emotional about this return because she's feeling all the love for everyone. I'm a True Gem says, where's Kenya? Kenya is not going to be a part of this, y'all, unfortunately. Then Andy also was in the comment section. Andy says, couldn't celebrate 20 years without you. And they puts the clapping hands emoji. Andy's going to do whatever it means for that the Bravo, the network wants him to do. So just keep that in mind. Do I believe that Andy Cohen has forgiven Nene? No. But he's like, you know what? This is what we're going to do. I'm going to play the game. You're going to play the game. Let's play together. So Nene responds to Andy's comment where he says, couldn't celebrate 20 years without you. But apparently you are doing it with other people. You're not doing it with certain people. Just saying. Nene responds, says, thank you so much for everything. Heart emoji. Love you, Buttercup, no matter what. I know he probably was like this. I know he was. Come on. Let's call a thing a thing. Okay. Shellway says, Kempire, do you think Bravo is doing a little trial run with Nene, then they'll bring her back full time? Everyone is speculating that. I don't think that's that, y'all. I think they're utilizing her to bring attention to this. Obviously, they've already been working with her in a full-time, well, not full-time capacity, but in a continuous capacity. She's been hosting red carpet for the Emmys and the Oscars and things like that, and I think she'll continue to do that. And she was signed on to do Traitors, but she ended up not doing it because her son ended up back in the hospital. So it's very possible, and I think that's part of her motivation in doing this is, you know what? You don't want to make me full-time. I'm going to show you that I'm important to this franchise. And I think based off of everyone, go in that comment section, go under her video, go under Bravo's video. Let them know you want to see a lot of Nene. You'll only see her right now in Atlanta. She's making, quote, an appearance. But apparently she must be making a couple appearances because she filmed something with Portia, apparently, allegedly. And she will be filming some more later this month. So anything's possible. I think at the end of the day, the network's going to see ratings, money, then they'll work with her. And I know some of you that might not know the full story. Nene sued them and accused them of discriminatory behavior, accused them of blocking opportunities from her. And that's probably why she's wanting to play the game. I can't be mad at it. I mean, could it be me? No. All right, so back to, so Cynthia said, the door is back open, welcome back. Annie said, couldn't celebrate 20 years without you. And then Portia said, I can't wait, the door is open, fire emojis. 20 years of Housewives is now complete. Let's celebrate. Nene responds to Portia. I mean, I couldn't see these comments because, you know, the door is closed between me and Portia. Nene responds, says, love you, P. Thank you so much for helping with this. Portia then responds, love you more. You're welcome. I couldn't have been happier helping you. Yes, Queen is on her throne. Hashtag big sis, little sis. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. Okay. All right. Let me say thank you because we had quite a few super chats. Thank you guys so much. You can also support just by liking today's video or giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We are spilling all the tea. We don't normally go live on Thursday. We'll be live probably tomorrow. We'll see. To recap Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I also want to talk about the Valley Persian style. Stay tuned for that. I have thoughts. Noda Queen, thank you so much for the super chat. Noda Queen, and for being a member. Noda Queen says, Monique can't even recognize the role she played in her own marriage falling apart. Why does she think she can speak on angels? Whoa. Elijah, thank you so much for being a member for the super chat. Elijah says, get it. I don't know what that was in reference to, but I'm gonna get it. Live Well LA, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, with Nene back, how long before Naomi and Portia rumors start? I don't know if Naomi has the coin that Portia likes. Okay. I don't know though. I know he has his like fashion brand things, but I don't know if he has the coin that she likes. Okay. Maloney Love, thank you for being a member for the super chat. Maloney says, Kemp, who do you think is gonna have a conflict on the road trip in this group? Let me see. Let me go back. Let me look at the people here. Who's gonna have the conflict? A lot of them know each other. Honestly, yeah, I think Vicky's going to have a lot of conflict with a lot of people, surprisingly. I don't know. I don't know if this was good casting, to be honest with you. I think they are individually entertaining, some of them, but intermingling, I don't know. We shall see. Well, thankfully there'll be a bunch of appearances, so it might not even matter because of all the appearances with other people. Oh, wait a minute, I almost forgot some more exclusive tea. First of all, for those that may have missed it, I did spill in regards to the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion a little bit. Apparently very emotional reunion for Dr. Wendy Osefo. But I also spilled that they will be going to Miami. There isn't a Miami cast member on the full-time cast, but they will be going to Miami, apparently, for a party. And I also found out that Karen Huger will be stopping by when they are in Atlanta. Okay, Karen. But why isn't Karen a full-time cast member? Well, maybe she can't go to all the different states because she is, probation. So maybe that's why? I don't know. But Karen will be making an appearance, according to my sources. Okay, sources. Karen will be making an appearance, apparently, when they are... Oh, wait, I'm not done. She's not the only Potomac lady making an appearance in Atlanta. Apparently, Stacey Rush. Of course. They love Stacey. They love Stacey. Stacey Rush apparently is going to be making an appearance in Atlanta as well. Please keep in mind, for those that will come back later when things change, remember, they're not even in production yet. So things can change. They could decide, oh, you know what? Wait, no, we're going to have this person go here or do that. But that's the word on the street. Okay. Orange sorbet posted tomatoes. Who's the tomatoes for, orange sorbet? Or maybe you're behind. Trauma Queen, thank you so much for the super chat. Trauma Queen says, is this not sad? She begged Bravo for a decade to return. Her goal in life was to return to Bravo. What kind of goal is that? Well, that's why I keep telling you guys about these ladies that get into this reality TV wheel. But I think for her, the larger picture here is the other things that have been blocked since she left Bravo. Not just returning to Bravo, but other things that she's accused them of blocking, allegedly. Wave Keith, thank you so much for being a member for the super chat. Wave Keith, I love your new photo. He's like, why is he looking down on us? Typical Virgo. Wave Keith says, Nene already signed the contract, so was that the tap dancing for Massa in the first video part of it? Damn. See, Virgos, they have no filter. It comes off desperate. A repost would have sufficed. Damn. Yeah, look, I don't know if it was a part of the contract. Honestly, it wasn't. I think she chose to do that on her own. And I was surprised. I was taken aback. I was like, oh. But I was like, okay, she's playing the game. She's playing the game. Deborah says Nene was blackballed. Clearly, because it's not like we don't know that she doesn't have talent. Daniel says, why not regular Robin? Well, we don't know. Robin, she still has a relationship with the network. I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see regular Robin pop up at some point. All right. Megan says, listen, I'm not mad at Nene. She getting them coins. Yeah. And I hope they're paying her well for her appearances. KK says, I think Nene will get the Housewife Achievement Award at BravoCon. I mean, if she continues to play the game, I could definitely see that in 2027. You know, there won't be one next year. They'll probably do what they did like in Miami, sort of like a pop-up. Megan says you have to play the game. Smart move. That's probably, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that, because I don't play the game, that I don't get. And I've talked to you guys about that before. It's like, I'm not invited to certain things. I probably could be if I asked for them, but there's no one reaching out like, oh, can you come for this or do that? Blah, 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 blah. No. And that's probably because I don't play the game. Some of you like, Kempire, why don't you do behind the bar? Because I'm not going to play the game. If they ask me a question, I'm going to be honest, and they know that. They know that. All right. All right. Moving on. Oh, did I say, I'm still stuck in 2025. Did I say this year? All right, next year. But yeah, this year they'll be doing some sort of, I'm sure some sort of pop-up for Bravo. All right. So if you remember the channel, I am dropping a call link for you guys, for those that want to call in and share their thoughts on any of the tea that's spilled. So I already told you that Karen Huger is going to film. She's going to go down to Atlanta. Stacey Rush as well. What else? What else did I want to spill? I already told you that Nene already filmed a welcome back of sorts, which she revealed as well. She filmed it with Portia. Okay? All right. What else did I want to talk about? Was there anything else that I wanted to talk about? Now I feel like I'm forgetting something. Am I forgetting something, y'all? Talked about Portia being an industry plant. We talked about Karen. All right. We talked about Wendy. We also revealed to you guys the Are You Okay merch is available, including my t-shirt and sweatshirts, but also you guys asked for mugs, and here they are. The mugs are here, okay? The mugs and the travel mugs are here. Get your Are You Okay merch is available. You can get t-shirts, you can get sweatshirts, all in caps as well. You asked for it, now they're available, okay? Head on over to houseofkempire.com or head on over to TheKempire.com and click the shop button. It'll take you right there, okay? All right, before we get to the calls, I do want to say thank you to our friends over at Factor for sponsoring today's Live. It's a new year, and I know it's a new you, and we've partnered with our friends over at Factor Meals yet again for the new year. Factor Meals, as you know, is a perfect option for those that don't want to cook, like I don't, but you also want healthy options, and they have a variety for you to choose from. So let's get started with the new year with our friends over at Factor. New Year, big goals, no time to cook? Factor makes it easy with fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs, so you can eat well without shopping or cooking. And I've talked to you guys before. I've spoken and gone through Factor meals with my own dietitian, and we've compared it to other meals, and this one has been a great option for me. So there's quality, functional ingredients, including lean proteins, colorful veggies, whole food ingredients, and healthy fats. No refined sugars, no artificial sweeteners, or refined seed oils. You have 100 rotating weekly meals. Options include high protein, calorie smart, Mediterranean diet, GLP-1 support. Because people forget this. I was just watching Dr. Frida. I don't know if you guys follow her on YouTube. She was talking about even if you're on GLP-1s, you need to be making sure that you are having a proper diet. It's not something that you can be on and just eat whatever you want. They also have some ready-to-eat salads. Plus, the new Muscle Pro collection supports strength and recovery. You know, I use this, so I think you should too. Of course, I've gotten you a deal. Head on over to factormeals.com/Kempire50 off and use code Kempire50 off to get 50% off your first Factor box and plus free breakfast for 1 year. Please keep in mind, offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase. Make healthier eating easier with Factor. More details on your discount and more will be available in the description. And we're back. Shout out to Factor for sponsoring today's live. More information on Factor and Wix and everything Kempire will be available in the description, including our new P.O. Box. So be sure to check that out. Okay, what else did I want to get into before we get to the callers? I think I got everything. This is why I had to take notes. I was like, did I get everything? We talked about Wendy. We talked about celebrity traders. We talked about the traders. We talked about what's to come on Potomac. We talked about everyone was asking about, did you guys feel like they should have had Miami? Who would have been your ideal cast? And if you're part of the replay crew, be sure to let us know your thoughts. Who would have been your ideal OG cast? Honestly, I would have definitely brought Vicky. Beverly Hills. Look, if we're going to keep it to the OGs, Lisa Rinna? Oh. No, she's not an OG. Who's an OG? Camille? Maybe? But I don't see them doing that because you already know they play favorites with Beverly Hills. Lisa Vanderpump would have been great, but Lisa's not doing any of these other shows. I would have preferred Karen over Giselle, to be honest, because I feel like it's overkill with Giselle. Teresa, I'm okay with Teresa. Teresa is the OG. And she's probably the only OG that could do it, really, because Caroline Manzo's suing them. Okay? I mean, Jacqueline Loretta, but Jacqueline's not that funny or interesting like that, right? I think obviously Nene. Luann, I feel like the oversaturation of, we've already seen Luann recently on Love Hotel. But I like Luann, but Luann got a new man. I saw a paparazzi photo of her and her new man. She probably mailed the paparazzi photos to Page Six. Lord have mercy. Who's really photographing Luann out with her man like that? But okay. And I honestly would have preferred Mary Cosby instead of Lisa Barlow. But okay. If I had to choose, Lisa Barlow. No. Like, no. All right. Keep in mind, the opinions of the callers do not represent the opinions of myself, TheKempire LLC, or our sponsors. Everything that they say is alleged. I've dropped the call link for our members and for Twitch users. Shout out to those of you following us on Twitch. And once we get to 500 likes, I'll drop the call link for everyone else. Okay? Dre T says, where's Nene? Nene is only making an appearance on the show. She's not a full-time cast member. Be sure to check out what I've said earlier in the video, or be sure to check out, Jill Zarin, but Jill Zarin doesn't have a good relationship with the network. It's sort of like on and off. So remember, we didn't see her on the Legacy show. We didn't see, she was part of the reason why the Legacy show ended up being an Ultimate Girls Trip and not a full show like they were planning it. So yeah, her last foray with the network I think it's pretty much done for her. Yeah. All right. Wave Keith says, hold on. Wave Keith says Kim Richards, Karen, Teresa, Nene, Larsa Pippen, Jill Zarin, and Mary Cosby. I'm not mad at that list. Okay. All right. Let's bring up our callers. Nia's backstage. Nia, what did you want to share?
Hey. Okay, so I really love that Nene is actually back, but I just don't want her to come back all well behaved and mannered. Like, I just want the ghetto, the sirens in the background, her putting down people. I just want her to go off and basically just make fun of everyone. Because that's the type of reason. That's what makes her Nene Leakes, to be honest. And my OG cast, I know it's controversial, but it'd be Vicky, Teresa, Karen, Nene, and honestly, Lisa Barlow and Larsa, just because they're annoying as hell. But in the most loving way. I love them. They're hilarious and entertaining, but I know that they would piss people off, especially Teresa. Yeah. Okay. And that's about it. And Wendy, I think you're a fraud. I'm sorry, girl. We're not believing the tears, allegedly.
Damn.
Bye.
Thanks, Nia. Wow. Look, wow. All right. Represent yourself. Coco Esquire's backstage. Coco Esquire, what did you want to share?
Hey, Kemp.
Hey.
I missed the Wendy update, so I have to rewind it and catch it.
She was I'll tell you again, because I'm sure some people are just joining us. Wendy was extremely emotional and crying a lot at this reunion. I heard more, but I'm not revealing it just yet. for legal reasons.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, listen, she's facing some serious charges, but I feel like I'm happy that Nene was able to reconcile, but also she's kind of coming across as a hater, in my opinion. And this is what I mean.
Okay.
Nene has dogged Kandi out. She's constantly said negative things about Kandi. And what her being pressed to join the network reveals is that she's really jealous of Kandi. And I just think Nene's a bit too long in the tooth to be behaving this way. I'd like for her to take a cue from Karen Huger, who do be lying, but at least she's more dignified and she acts the way a woman that's seasoned and respectful should be acting. Nene's done great for Bravo. She's a superstar, but she gets in her own way. And that's the thing that makes this sad. So, I mean, I wish that she could have created her own opportunity instead of being pressed to go back to run for Bravo, because she's really bigger than that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, and she should be at this particular point.
Yeah, well, she did it to herself. I watched it on the TV. She was not the Nene that we loved in the end.
Yeah.
She was too big for it. And now she's coming crawling back, and Candy's on Bravo about to be EGOT status in a minute. So she's, anyway.
Thanks for calling in. Take care.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Hold on. Okay, we just hit 500 likes, guys. Keep liking the video if you haven't already. If you're part of the replay group, you should have let us know your thoughts on some of this tea that was spilled during this special live. We got Tyler backstage. Tyler, what did you want to share about this update?
Hey, Kempire. So with the cast, I mean, I feel like I don't like all of those OGs that are on there, except for maybe Teresa. And I don't mind Giselle because she is an OG. It's just like, stop playing in Atlanta's face. They know that they should have immediately, if you thought about bringing Nene back, you thought you were going to be spiteful. And the fan response wasn't what it was. And Portia knew signing on, she was going to get backlash due to what she did at that other show. So she strategically said, y'all got to bring in Nene. What I think is going to happen is Nene's probably going to be invited to go to other cities. Originally, they weren't thinking about her. Now, with the big response, she's going to bring in ratings, so she'll probably be in other shows. And I think we'll see her again.
Yeah. Like New York. What?
Yeah.
Who said that?
Right. I just think, like, I feel like they know they've played in Nene's face. And then I think what people don't realize is them even working with her after such a massive lawsuit admits that there was some type of guilt there. That's just point blank, period. They know that they did that woman dirty. And a lot of people forget at the end, yes, Nene was an a-hole, but she was losing the love. She was losing the love of her life. And a lot of those girls, when you go back and watch a season 11 and 12, particularly Kenya and her agenda of pushing about this Buffalo comment and stuff, they owe Nene an apology. Because imagine if you were losing your husband and then right after that he died. But, but that's all I want to say. That's all.
Thanks, Tyler. All right. Damn, I didn't realize I was spilling more tea in the middle of stuff. Because you start remembering stuff and like, oh, wait, yeah. Pay attention. And y'all do be paying attention because some of y'all show up at these live shows and like, Kempire, you said this on this particular day. And I'm like, I did? I didn't remember saying that. Go get your tickets, guys. Kempire After Dark returns to New York City. One night only. The Green Room 42. There's a live stream option. There are meet and greets available. Tickets are available right now. Go get your tickets. Let's sell it out. Toya's backstage. Toya, it's live.
Hi, Kempire. Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
I finally can. I always have problems. I have Verizon, honey. So I don't like... I had to do it. I don't like all of the anchors. We're tired of Kyle. Like, Kyle don't bring nothing.
No, I agree.
What does she bring?
No, Morgan.
Lord. Child. And she don't even want to bring that. Do not want to talk about that. So who else was it? Why Giselle? Why not Karen Huger? Why not Candace? Can you imagine Candace and Nene, two Sagittarius? Come on. That would be good. Candace, Nene, and Portia. Portia makes for good TV, but I'm very much like Candace. I had to unfollow Portia when she said what she said about trying to, mess with Angela Oakley's husband. I ain't like that.
Ooh.
I did not like that. I agree with Candace on that. That was low down, stinky, dirty. I could forgive her for 265 days in the Underground Railroad, but before I mess with your husband line, I didn't like that. But I think she meant for good TV. We are tired of Giselle. We don't want to see Giselle. We don't what does Giselle bring other than drama and fakeness and spreading lies?
That's exactly what she's going to do. That's exactly what she's going to do on Ultimate Girls Trip.
That's exactly what she's going to do.
Giselle, if you're watching, bring up Kyle's lesbian lover, Morgan.
Oh, you know what? We might need her to do that. Bye,
Toya. It's funny because it's true. Alessia's backstage. Alessia, what did you want to share?
Hi, Kempire. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I bought the live ticket, so I will watch you. Yes,
Thank you so much.
Because I cannot be in New York. Yeah, of course, I bought the ticket. Can't wait to see you.
Thank you.
But anyway, let's get into business. So first of all, I'm really disappointed that Miami is not on the list. I don't know if it is perhaps too much melanin, too many nationalities and accent, and that's why they're always treated like Class B housewives. Let's be honest. Like they're always like, I mean, they deserve more, and they're always treated like differently. I'm like, perhaps too many accents. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not that enthusiastic about Lisa Barlow, but I'm even more enthusiastic about the fact that Heather is not there, because Heather, with her hatred and jealousy, literally made Lisa so relevant that I'm pretty sure that probably Andy wanted Heather, but now Lisa is so relevant that basically Heather gave that position to Lisa.
Yeah,
that's how I feel. And Nene needs to play the game better. I mean, she understood it clearly. Like she did all she did, the lawsuit. She's not Bethany Frankel. You know what I mean? I mean, unfortunately, she's not a Bethany Frankel. She has not the same skin color, the money, the background, everything. She's a good talent, but she's not a great producer. Every time she creates something for herself, she doesn't follow through because she's not a great producer for herself. And lastly, the cast is a mess. I mean, I would have preferred like Vicky, Teresa. Look, instead of Giselle, even Karen, Ashley. I mean, I would have loved seeing Ashley Darby being through the mud, or like Luann is fine, Kyle, whatever. Even Camille would have been better, and I would have loved Nene or even Kim Zolciak. I mean, can you imagine like everyone against Kim Zolciak? I mean, it would have been more entertaining. And let me be messy, even Jen Shah. I would have loved Jen Shah.
You already know. You already know they were not going to bring back. Yeah.
I know. Let me dream, Kempire. I know.
I thought that ran through my mind too, but she probably also can't travel. Remember, she's on probation.
The only thing, then I let you go, sorry. The only thing is, I think that Jen Shah, unfortunately, she got caught in all that mess too early. Because I think that if she would have done that like 10 seasons later, like she would have been so irreplaceable that then it would have been more difficult, to let her go, so like to be so dismissive. Yeah. Imagine if Nene would have done that after 2 seasons. You know what I mean? Yeah. It would have been like, yeah, you know what I mean? So I think that Jen, unfortunately, didn't have the time to be that irreplaceable. But that's it. Thank you, Kempire. Bye-bye.
Bye. Angel W's backstage, not Angel Massey. What's going on, Angel?
I would never, but I will take Angel's bank account. Thank you, Bobby. Pass it over. Okay. No, seriously. I am so glad Nene is back. The biggest beef in the industry besides Ray J and the Kardashians is over. So if we can get that to go somewhere, that will be so good. I'm okay with the cast, but if they weren't going to have Nene full time, they should have offered it to Sheree. I know they don't have any Miami representation, probably because Lisa would be late for every flight and Larsa lives in LA. So that's probably why they're not represented. I would have preferred to see Adrienne Maloof, who is real money, over Kyle, and I'll take Teresa, but I kind of would have preferred Melissa. But besides that, I'll watch for Nene's episode. I might watch the first one, but I think it's just you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Let's get the viewership high because it's probably not good enough with the current cast. But I think that's what it is.
Thanks, Angel. And shout out to production that might be watching. They want more Nene. So if you were just thinking a blip, you need to give her more Nene. O'Shea's backstage. We're going to bring O'Shea up next. Hold on, O'Shea. Let me take off this and bring... Oh, hold on. That's not O'Shea. There goes O'Shea. What's going on, O'Shea?
Hey, Kempire. This is a really annoying cast. Like, not a single person here is likable. I guess maybe Luann is likable because I haven't seen her in.
Exactly.
Well, I don't watch other things that she does, her shows. But I would have really liked Sharia. Her aloofness would have been like, I think it would have fitted in well with this cast because there's just too much of mess here. And to see Giselle and Kyle again, we see them in everything. It's really too much. And Miami representation is unfortunate. I actually don't think Salt Lake should be included here because they also get enough of attention. I thought the idea was to bring back like the people who we don't see and like create some of the old spark. But yeah, I don't really see it much in this. But we'll see when it comes. Hopefully it's watchable. But thanks.
Thanks, O'Shea. All right. I mean, I get why they're including Real Housewives of Salt Lake City because it really is sort of like the new shiny toy, and it's like the big popular of the franchise. It would be interesting to see if we will see any Rhode Island ladies featured on this at all. I haven't heard anything in regards to that. So who knows? We'll have to wait and see. I doubt it because they haven't aired yet, and you probably be like, who the hell is this on here? But maybe they'll be at one of these parties. Maybe. Nota Queen, we're going to bring up next. Nota Queen, what did you want to share?
Hey, Kempire.
Hey.
I am not excited to see Nene come back and be Bravo's handmaiden.
Ooh.
Not interested in it. That's not the fun of Nene. We already have Giselle on the cast, so we don't need anybody to do all that. Also, I'm trying to figure out what format this show is because why are we doing 70 housewives? That sounds like a bit too much. That sounds bloated. So even if Nene does come back, she's going to blink and she's going to be gone because they ain't got time for all that with 70 people. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So yeah, and people think she's coming back to Atlanta. So I think overall, people that's out of the loop are just going to be disappointed overall. Just bring in a real capacity or leave it on the playground. But that's all I got.
Thanks, Nota Queen.
Have a good one.
You too. All right, let's bring up Marilyn. Marilyn, how are you?
Hi, Kempire. Good evening from me, from Mauritius.
Hey.
So I only have a few things to say. One, if Giselle's going to be on our screen, she needs to go and see Karen's doctor to fix her neck because her neck has been looking really saggy in this episodes of Potomac. I don't know if you realize.
Can we not talk about people's body parts? I get it. People don't like. What else did you have to say? What else?
Aside from that, for the caller who talked about Jen Shah, I think they can pass by her place and like talk to her in the driveway and just get the story from there. And for the final is, I really would love to see Kim Zolciak. I know it's not everyone's tea, but I would want to see her new relationship, even if it's like tumultuous and shady and all of that. I don't know if they get to see her, call her, be on video call, whatever it is. I think that would be great. That's it for me.
Thanks, Marilyn. Take care. All right. And the reason why I say that, guys, because this is why we get videos with Nene looking like this, because she starts she starts getting self-conscious because everyone keeps making comments about how she looks. So that's why she's using filters. Just saying. Okay. All right. Let's bring up music next. Music, what's going on?
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. Okay. So I'm trying to think of the moments with Nene that I would have loved to experience on Atlanta this last season. I really, really wanted her to be there. The light bites, campaign launch, right? When that lady brought them underwear and cardboard boxes talking about she's launching a line and nobody got to eat.
You're right. I didn't even think about stuff like that. You're right.
Nene Leakes would have been the best. She was the missing ingredient, okay?
Or at Kenya. Kenya's confessionals were always top tier.
Yeah, but we didn't get to enjoy Kenya because she missed the line, you know, with that season. So I'm thinking about that and actually bringing up Kenya on that first Ultimate Girls trip. She kind of switched her persona a bit. First, we thought she was going to be like girl power with Cynthia, but then she ended up turning as to like, I'm just very cool and Cynthia's stuck in the mud and I don't know, she can't get along with people, all of that. So now I'm thinking which girls are going to kind of switch up their personalities on this one.
All right. All right. I mean, that's you're right. I literally just rewatched that season of Ultimate Girls Trip. And I felt for Cynthia because Cynthia doesn't even want to talk about it. She talked about this on her podcast. She's like, she doesn't even want to talk about that season. Please understand. Don't tell her though. I'm gonna bring it up when and the next time I interview her. I'm like, aha! Yeah. All right. Okay. Let me bring up Keith. Keith will be our last caller. Keith, what did you want to share?
Hey, Kempire.
Hey.
So first of all, good thing you don't comment on the whole Cardi B stuff because the way this comment section goes in, you would end up just like Jessie Wu.
What? What?
Okay.
Oh,
yeah. Mm-hmm. But anyways, I just wanted to also say that when I saw this whole montage of who's going to be on the cast, I rolled my eyes and I gave a big yawn. Almost everyone on that cast is boring. No one has substance, and I'm mainly talking about Giselle, Cal. Yeah, mainly Giselle and Cal and Lisa Barlow. Okay. But everyone else, I feel like it's doable. You know, it's whatever, I guess. But I just don't feel like this is a great cast to really blend. But I also wanted to say that I stand on what I said earlier about Nene giving off desperate vibes based off that video. Because, okay, I understand she's happy for her job and she's happy to be back in a position to make hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars. However, I highly doubt that video was a requirement for her to be on the show. I just I just don't like even if you are desperate, don't show it publicly. And it was that screaming she did at the end. I'm like, all right, now you're doing too much, you know?
No.
But overall, yeah, I think that's really... Oh, and one last thing, Wendy, I think if Dr. Wendy pleads guilty or take a plea deal, she may only get like a year or less because didn't Jen Shaw steal millions and she got 6 years and got out in like 3? So if
different charges,
she may not even...
Different charges. One is federal. This one is state.
Oh, really? Oh, this is state. Oh, then yeah.
So
never mind.
And also, it depends on the judge. It depends on your lawyers. Maybe remember Jen Shaw took a plea deal, so we don't. We have to wait and see. Ugh.
Yeah. Good luck.
Thanks, Keith. All right. Thanks you to everyone that called in. Let me say thank you. We had a couple of super chats as well. Oh wait, hold on. Kendra said, "Kempire, I saw that Kenya asked why Nene or Sheree weren't main cast members." I mean, I think a lot of people are asking that question. Kenya, your guess is good as ours. I don't know why Sheree wasn't. And Sheree has a good relationship. She literally was at BravoCon. So who knows? Represent Yourself Illegal. Thank you for being a member for the super chat. She says, Nene is talent. And in the C-suite, talent is replaceable. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. And she didn't position herself in a place of being more than just the talent. Okay. Kendra, thank you so much for the super chat and for being a member. Kendra says, we need someone to ask Lisa about the rant. Portia about 265 days a year, and Kyle can be put on pause. It will be interesting because producers do watch the channel. Producers are paying attention to social media, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're setting up scenarios for these things to come up. Again, it's also celebrating 20 years of Real Housewives. So all of those past favorite moments, I'm sure, are going to come up throughout this series. They're set to start filming very, very soon. So buckle up, everyone. And when I find out more tea, I'll be sharing with you guys. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you're following us on Club Kempire because I will spill some tea there as well. But stay tuned. Stay tuned, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's live and podcast episode. Again, be sure to subscribe to the Kempire podcast on Spotify and on Apple. And be sure to check out some of the tea that we already spilled yesterday in regards to this story. Thank you to our King's Guards. Thank you to our channel members. Thank you to our subscribers. And those of you watching in the bushes, become a subscriber. You're missing out. You see our chat is lit. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will see you all in the next one. Bye, y'all.
Thanks for tuning in to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio Network. Don't forget to give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. And for more information on the podcast, head on over to KempireRadio.com.